Okay, we are live with Champions of the Map, and I'm with Honey and Rayman here. Hey guys.
How you doing?
Hiya.
Are you live, Honey, as well?
Absolutely.
So today it's Champions of Modern Woolfare, and the teams are the Whiskey Brigade, who are the current champions, and the Lavanauts. We're just getting ready for a sumo, sorry.
Yeah, I say they were debating whether sumo or brawl, but they decided on sumo.
It looks like Rixiot is here for the Whiskey Brigade and Chocolate Guy for the Lavanauts.
Last minute mumble issues. We often see that as everybody gets set up.
Yeah. So this is... Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're ready for sumo, I think. Gorm's just asking me if we're ready, so...
Yeah, we're all good to go.
I also believe a few of them had to download Mumble to get this set up, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, there
I
you
will
go.
vanish.
Hardfelt is still trying to configure his Mumble.
Which team is... Oh, Hardfelt is on Lavanauts.
That's going to be Lavanauts, yeah.
Didn't they use Mumble for their RMCT game?
Oh, there were a couple of teams that didn't, so it's possible. And some of the early matches, at least, they were encouraging them to, but it was time to start, so they just moved on. But yeah, you're supposed to use the proper Mumble, and there's so many reasons, not just because that's what we arbitrarily say, but if there's an announcement that needs to go be broadcast, it can be done so easy. Ooh, it started.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's getting close. Oh, and Rixiot is out.
So, Lavanauts have the lane dice.
Saying also, the other nice thing about using Mumble is if we decide to hop in one of the teams and listen to their chat, we can do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I always have mixed feelings about as a player. It's kind of creepy, but I understand why.
You have to kind of stop talking suddenly.
I don't stop.
Really
I talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, different teams have different attitudes to that. I'll just do a bit of an intro, though, for people who are watching the stream. So, Modern Woolfare, it's the, I think, possibly third or fourth champions match on here. We had PP Cactalicious were the original champions. They were defeated by Whiskey Brigade, and then Whiskey Brigade have since successfully defended their title once against the unambiguous subs. So this is probably the fourth match, I think, if I got maths right there. When Whiskey Brigade defeated Euro PP, they quite an impressive cannon on the Victory Monument, which I'm kind of hoping we'll see again today, because it was a cool ending to the game, even though it was disappointing for us. And I think it's going to be quite a fast map. There are good bypass routes that make the first and second wool pretty safe to do, so I would expect a lot of the action is probably going to be focused towards the final wool, where the two lanes come together.
Right. And the second wool can be pretty vicious if you don't know about the shortcut, but I believe these teams all know that.
I would expect so.
Martin, you're going to want to follow the Whiskey Brigade, I assume, since that's your Euro PP guys.
Yeah, go on then.
Over here on the Lavanauts, we've got Blader, Uka Kuka, Hardfelt, and of course Chocolate Guy, who is our sumo.
And on the Whiskey Brigade side, it's Traslander, Jikosh, Rixiot, and Ninja Monkey Dog, who is substituting in for Sugoi.
Alright, you're getting time set 0, getting ready to get this started.
Rixiot's a funny guy.
With a great voice.
Good eyebrows.
Dancing. Perfect. Eyebrows. Guys, there is no public IP. This is a closed server for a Champions of the Map match.
But feel free to get a team and enter the matches if you feel. Maybe you can be the challenger one day.
Oh, absolutely, and it's cotm.reddit.com is the place to go if you want to find out more about the championship. And of course, you can also go to the Reddit tournament subreddit. There's lots of good stuff going on there, which is ctourney Reddit.
Yeah, there are a lot of really great Minecraft PvP things. There's some stuff scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. We've already called out some stuff. Check it out. There's some fantastic matches going on.
It looks like both teams are lined up in their troughs and ready to go. So we've got Lavanauts on the left and Whiskey Brigade on the right.
Alright, in the countdown. Maybe.
We've got to go, but I don't see anything falling.
False start.
Different on every map, isn't it?
And they're dropped. That moment of waiting and the drop always gets me.
The suspense is killer.
So the first question is, how will the two teams choose to get over the fence? They've just gone for a dirt block. The Lavanauts side. Whiskey Brigade seem to be spending a bit more time.
They seem to be largely ignoring each other for now, too.
Yeah, Uka's finally getting a couple of arrows off, but for the most part, just hopping right over. Just one or two, and they're all moving forward.
Yeah, they're
Jikosh has just gone to the little chest in the wood area there, which contains, among other things, 6 iron, which he may be using to make a pickaxe.
We got Blader. Looked like he was going to do some PvP action, but he fell back a little bit. Oh, I see arrows flying.
And Chocolate Guy, yeah, he's stationed behind the gigantic cactus pillar and is shooting across.
He's already decked out in some leather armor.
But at the moment, Lavanauts are getting ahead faster than Whiskey Brigade. Jikosh is now moving forward.
Alright, looks like, let's see if they're going to either use the water or just pillar down here at the first one. Doesn't look like either team is really going to go for the first wool yet.
Yeah, Chocolate Guy has given up his archery and is looks like he's taking a new position. Blader and Hardfelt are moving on.
Translander is going for the supply chest over here on their side.
Which supply chest is that?
The very first one with the trap.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Chocolate did stop to drop some water up here.
Oh, yeah. So I see. Jikosh is now in the graveyard, but he has just been shot by Choc. He was the furthest forward, the Whiskey Brigade, at the moment.
We do have some grave robbers.
Shame on them.
There are some good things in the graves, and of course there are some traps, so you have to be cautious. And of course, anybody who's practiced a map knows exactly which one they can and can't take.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
Ninja Monkey Dog is tunneling under the first wool. There is a bypass that you can do here, and I can see they are doing it. Whiskey Brigade do know about this. Which is you can tunnel up through the furnaces under the lava at the bottom of the first wool. So he is doing that, and I'm sure he'll be in first very, very soon.
He actually has it now. Uka Kuka has the lava, first wool.
Did Uka Kuka go the same route?
Yes, he went underneath, and he's now making his way back out.
And Traz is still gathering resources down here in the ravine area. He's collecting wood at the moment.
And it looks like they just reached it on the Whiskey Brigade side as well.
Lavanauts are already beyond onto the Obsidian Spheres area. In fact, Blader is entering the shared area of Netherrack and Obsidian, the Tears of Ender, right now.
And Uka has dropped his green wool and is moving back into the action.
And both teams actually have their wool, they're just securing it at the point.
Whiskey Brigade have just set off the minecart trap.
And it appears that they are preparing either a wall or the beginnings of a cannon over here by the wool monument.
So Jikosh is now back in the graveyard area for a second time, taking items out of the two most useful graves, I think. One of them contains a diamond sword and the other one contains iron armor, so he's armored up.
We've had a handoff here. Uka has placed his green wool and is taking over the fire, and Chocolate Guy is going backwards.
And it looks like this, I'm not sure, this looks like the beginning of a cannon over here.
Lavanauts chose to pour water down to get down into the obsidian area, but Whiskey Brigade are just jumping down and not leaving themselves any kind of a route back at the moment.
Chocolate Guy's gone back for supplies. What his role's going to be, I don't know. He's quickly hit some chests, got some food. He may station set up for fighting. He did not grab food when they first came forward.
Blader has chosen to take the normal way into the third wool.
And
And
Heartfelt
has
has
just
just grabbed the second wool from the chest. He's making his way back out.
Blader has a zombie got him, and he did have a lot. He had a full set of iron, stacks and stacks of clay and brick, and of course that diamond sword. They're going to want to get back down here.
Yeah, that's not good. How far in was he? Had he reached the wool room already?
On which one?
Blader, when he died.
He had reached the wool room. He was making his way back out.
Oh, okay. So has the items, including the red wool, then been dropped in the shared area?
I don't see any wool in his pile, but there are bricks.
Oh, okay. Because I had been wondering about what would happen if someone returning with the red wool was killed or died on the way out with it. That would presumably be fair game for the other team to use.
Yeah,
I would
didn't see
assume so,
anything over the
absolutely.
wools. Yeah.
Victor goes to spoils. It's mixed company.
Yeah, that'd be a very interesting way for that one to go.
As long as the wool didn't fall in their area, but yeah.
Rixiot is at the Victory Monument. Ninja Monkey Dog and Traslander are just underneath the Victory Monument, kind of setting up a base there. And Jikosh went forward earlier. Any progress on second wool?
The Whiskey Brigade, it's on the left, correct?
Oh, Whiskey Brigade are
Whiskey Brigade
right.
is right.
Okay, so the other team, they have the second wool.
Lavanauts.
Lavanauts does have the second wool. I saw the guy come out with it.
We have two people here, Heartfelt and Chocolate Guy, who are just arrow firing.
And Blader is making his way back up into the volcano.
Well, Whiskey Brigade definitely don't have the second wool at the moment. Didn't see any sign that anyone was attempting it at the moment either.
We got some PvP action here at the lava, the volcano. Yeah.
This is a very smart move for Jikosh to take high ground there and just try and hold them back.
And the pouring of the lava down is going to make it a lot harder for this team to advance.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Blader has no armor at the moment.
And I don't even think he has any equipment at all. I believe he doesn't even have a sword. Jikosh is thinking he's still down there, and Blader's sneaking up behind him. Oh, he just splashed. He might have hurt him.
Yeah, the noise is going to give him away.
He still does not see him. I think he's going to knock him into the lava.
We have all three teams. That are, everybody but Blader's up here, just PvP.
Oh, he knocked him out
well,
on the back of the mountain.
But Blader fell into lava. I think Jikosh will be fine.
I believe that was his strategy, was trying to knock him into the lava. He just moved behind it a little too quick for him.
Yeah. Well, I think he may have been trying to knock him out of the world, perhaps, but there was a ledge that he could fall onto. So that was exciting to watch, though. I love this map for that reason.
And the fact that he had no weapons whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to. That's that in your face PvP. We had a little bit of a bridge over here on Lavanauts side under the monument, and it has been shot. There's a cannon fire going on, and they're setting up. Looks like they're moving to the other side of the Victory Monument for another cannon fire on Whiskey Brigade side.
Mm. Whiskey Brigade are known for their cannons, certainly.
And Blader has just got to get back there to get that third wool. That's all they need at this point.
Yeah, and he almost, I mean, that was amazing. He actually almost took him with no weapons. I was surprised.
Jikosh is tunneling through obsidian to get into the third wool dungeon.
I was wondering if they were made a trade-off, because we got the other three here. Blader is hanging out this way. Having to build a new bridge, and they are building it with the safety rail at the same time, and as far to the edge as they can. That's not in Void Lane.
A bit cramped in there with Jakosh, right?
Yeah, I was just trying to find where he was at.
Yeah, he's almost in. So Chocolate Guy is still in the graveyard area.
Who knows? We might still see someone try to take the red wool from another player.
It is possible, yeah. It's too early to say how this game's going to go at this stage.
He seems to be just looking for, where they're at in possible arrow shots. Ouch for Blader.
But yeah, the lava he poured down on the other side of this volcano's done its toll pretty well. I don't see very many safe spots to even stand, let alone get up the mountain.
This cannon is actually just tipping their far, far edge here. Yeah,
this is the same. One? This is the same cannon that they used in at least one of their previous matches on here. Blader's items have now despawned in the third wall, by the way, from where he died.
Yeah, Blader is just back here with Heartfelt and Ook just who just fell off this bridge.
They're just rebuilding this bridge constantly at the moment.
Alright, Jakosh has got a lot of mobs to contend with now. They've been spawning in the mountains. As soon as he broke through, they got to him.
So he's back at the start, or has he set a bed somewhere?
He has... I'm not sure where he went.
No, he's right back at the start.
Which is unfortunate, because they had the diamond sword on this side as well, so it's down here in the volcano.
They're not... Lavanauts are not moving forward to the volcano again. Chocolate Guy is really... He sees somebody in this nether soul sand area here, and he's trying to get a shot on him.
That would be Traslander, yeah.
But they're not proceeding forward to the third wall at all.
And now would be a really good time for them to do it.
And both teams do have blue and green.
Do Whiskey Brigade have green? Blue, sorry, already.
According to tellers, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Someone has just been for that. They were in and out very quickly. With that, I expect they will have tunneled around the back, probably with a diamond shovel, because there is a diamond shovel available. To have done it that fast. See if I can spot the route that they took.
Yeah.
Chocolate hit him.
They're both right behind the boxes, I believe.
And Ook gonna bite it to Pigman.
Yeah, and pigmen can be vicious.
I wonder if that was those pigmen were angered by their own team or by Whiskey Brigade.
In order to do it across lane, they'd have to sacrifice somebody on Whiskey Brigade. I didn't see anybody, bite the dust, but it's possible.
Yeah, Whiskey Brigade have just tunneled around the back to do that second wool. Nice fast route, and they used ladders to get in and out. Well, out anyway.
Got a lot of heavy PvP here, but they have a bed set, so...
Alright, Blader has made the push. He is trying to take care of this wool.
And Jakosh is once again trying to cross through the graveyard. Much lighter on armour than he was the first time through, and a few mobs to contend with, so it's going to be harder.
And now he's contending with that lava that was poured down earlier.
Yeah, he's having a hard time deciding where to go down, and he's, again, armorless. Collecting a bit of gravel just to deal with lava and go.
I think he might just try to pillar straight up.
I did see somebody else in the third wall room. I couldn't really get a name on it through the wall, but somebody else was in there, and yet he's pillaring.
That was probably a spectator rather than a...
I suspect so.
Player, yeah. Rixiot just exchanging fire with Chocolate Guy and Hardfelt here in the area around the Victory Monument. No one making much progress.
And Jakosh has made it back to the mountain area, so he's going to go back in and try to get his stuff and the wool.
Blader made a pit stop up a little derp tower to get to a box on one of these little spheres. He's now got some blocks and is using those to make his way up and over.
Alright, looks like Jakosh is going to take his tunnel back down. And Blader's going to come in from the top. Who knows, they might meet up.
Yeah, he's trying to just go up and over this lava field, which is, of course, a mess over on Lavanauts' side.
Yeah, they are both
enough.
quite close together right now, but I think Jakosh is going to go straight in through his little tunnel.
And Blader's already got a zombie looking at him.
Oh, Jakosh
and
had a creeper issue there, but he survived.
Blader didn't even stand a chance. There were so many mobs down here.
Yeah, we've got zombies and skeletons and creepers, oh my. Blader came down, just touched obsidian, and basically bit it.
Jakosh is just surrounded, and then he has fallen victim as well. Now a large pile of items there. He's died twice in the same spot.
Exactly, that's the same spot he died the first time. He didn't even... I think he was trying to get at least his diamond sword so he could fight them off.
Yeah.
So unless we have another teammate moving forward, these same guys are going to be hauling themselves back. We have Chocolate Guy.
We have Ninja Monkey Dog moving forward on the Whiskey Brigade side, and Jakosh.
Hopefully they can tag team this thing.
You see that commonly. A lot of times teams will go in here with two because of the mobs alone.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I mean, not to mention the PvP that can happen, but just dealing with covering each other's backs is a good strat. Chocolate Guy is forward, but he's not making any forward progress at all. He seems to be stationing himself just safe from fire.
Jakosh is once again back in the Obsidian Spheres area, naked, no armor at all, just running forward.
Makes it really hard once you get inside, though, because there's nowhere else for mobs to spawn, so... Maybe he can do something this time.
Okay, Heartfelt, Chocolate, and Uka are all over here just dealing with mobs out here and arrow fire on the opposite team. Looks like Blader is trying once again to go forward.
I think his strategy now might just be run back to refresh the respawn timer on his stuff, because this is going to be hard for them unless they light it up.
Zombie Pigman killed Blader. He's right back at the start. He has not set his bed. They have a bed at the brick pillar, the brick tower.
They don't have a lot of time to set a bed because it must be approaching dawn.
Got about 3 or 4 minutes left.
Well, Blader has definitely died enough that he's past this bed. I hope he stops to sleep.
Oh.
Jakosh is punching through cobblestone with a sword. He doesn't have a pick. Trying to get back in.
He's lucky that he sealed it back off because there are 2 creepers that were coming for him.
Yeah,
good call. Blader did sleep just in time.
Is he now punching through obsidian? I can't quite tell. It does look like he's actually punching through obsidian, so that's going to take about 4 minutes.
Yes.
Oh no, maybe not. He's through.
Well,
it was
then
probably
he had
cobblestone.
something.
He's got his items and he's moving straight into the bedrock area, but he isn't going to last long. He can get into armor quickly.
Blader taking his same path, riding down their water stream, basically just ignoring mobs and blitzing forward.
But Jakosh has made it. He's sealed off the entrance and he's inside the Red Wool room.
So he's going to take this time to get his stuff together.
Yeah, absolutely. He obviously got most of the important items. Still a lot of mobs waiting for when he returns.
Blader's got zombie problems out here, and, of course, no block. So once again, breaking some gravel from the pillar to try to make his way back up here.
And the only things I see left remaining on the ground from his death is the stuff he brought the second time. So I think all the important stuff's on him.
Yeah. I don't know how that exactly works, which items you pick up in preference. Maybe it is the ones that have been sitting there longest.
I've never really tested that. That would be a good experiment, though.
Yeah.
Blader is going to run into trouble because he made a dirt tower, so unless he has enough gravel, he can't just go straight up.
Rixiot is still based at the Victory Monument, doing a new cannon. Try and take out a different part of their bridge, I think.
And he's trying to pillar out of Jakosh, trying to pillar out with the red wool, using it as building blocks.
Well, yeah, fair enough.
Blader is literally on fire with the lava. He has done some parkour on the obsidian, just trying to make his way, and he's breaking by hand the netherrack, and he keeps getting lit on fire as he tries to manipulate. He needs blocks, and yeah, there he goes.
And Jakosh is actually lighting things up on his way out, so if he does die, the return trip will be much easier.
Blader has got to set a spawn point just behind the watchtower now.
Yes, and we do have... Heartfelt is down here. He may be going to go ahead. He has some blocks in his hands, it looks like. He may be trying to get in there and get it, which will be a lot faster than waiting for Blader to get all the way back to this point.
Ninja Monkey Dog is also assisting Whiskey Brigade, stopping people getting across the graveyard area now, making it very difficult for them.
Alright, Jakosh is now trying to pillar out. He has back to his hole and trying to get out of here with the red wool.
So as long as they can't stop Whiskey Brigade, they are going to have this, because we do not have red wool on Lavanauts' side yet.
He still has a creeper out here to contend with as soon as he comes out, though.
Yeah, getting the wool is only half the problem in this one, that's for sure.
No, he's okay.
Creeper seemed to ignore him, so he's running back with the wool now.
Creeper wasn't interested, and he's now off the mountain, so he's safe from PvP.
Heartfelt is still collecting gravel.
He's placing
melee PvP.
Placing red wool on his run back.
So we have a victory run.
Yeah.
He still has to get back up, though. I don't see a quick ascension route here. Looks
Heartfelt
like
is
lazier,
making his way
maybe. Oh, no, that's a watcher. Never mind. He's pillaring up with cobble.
Ninja Monkey Dog finally taken out. So yeah, they have no way up.
Under some arrow fire over here. Oh, Jakosh is getting hit.
Heartfelt paused on his ascent into the red wool to stop and take some arrow fire. Or send some arrow fire.
Oh, it's a good idea.
And Jakosh is now just trying to go up through the mountain instead of worrying about the arrows.
My feelings that all he can do, we're back up to pillaring with gravel.
I think he was, as Laser says, one shot away from dying there. It was really, really close. He was shot about 3 times.
So I'm interested to see where he comes up at. That water might prove a little bit of an issue for him if he doesn't watch himself.
Oh! Blader came with wood and placed... The interesting thing, they tried to pillar up with the gravel, but they put it underneath the stone, so they had no place to go. They had to back out. By that point, Blader was back, and he placed 1 block and died to lava. Looks like the Lavanauts are having their most trouble with the lava flow.
There's some sort of irony there. Jakosh is emerging neatly underneath one of the graves, I believe.
Blader's already pushing.
I wonder whose grave he's going to emerge from.
He broke through, and he is at Elusive One's grave.
Chocolate is set up, trying to shoot. Oh, we have Pigment angry again.
Jakosh is trying to cause death by hitting them, I believe. He might have hit them.
Blader is making a blitz again. Hopefully he stopped to get blocks of some kind.
Alright, they're still shooting at Jakosh, but he doesn't seem to be getting hit. Oh, he took some damage there. But he is placing wool as he runs, so, I mean, even if he does die, it won't be so hard to recover.
And they have a nice, neat bridge to get across that looks fairly safe.
3 members of lava are just poised there, just giving arrow fire, trying to do what they can to stop it. Blader he has soul sand.
Blue wool is already down, the whole team is here. They have to place the green and the red. Red is on the monument.
Okay, and here comes the green. And
victory. And that's the game.
Right as Blader gets to the top of the obsidian once again.
So it really all did come down to that 3rd wool.
And then putting the lava on the opposite team's mountain really made a huge difference.
It really did, because that was their biggest... They could no longer just jump. They could no longer just place a couple of blocks. They had to really build and pillar and go. And 1 death is rough when you have a pillar as your ascent. Excellent, excellent match. Whiskey Brigade gets to stay champions of the map.
And of course, if they'd have taken they might have actually been better off if they'd taken the time to actually remove the lava instead of just trying to pillar.
There would be so many sources at this point. I mean, it was all over.
Yes.
And you had to almost pillar to get to it. At that point, they could hop down.
Shall we jump into the main channel and listen into all the chat now?
That sounds good.
Absolutely.
Hello, hello.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Great match.
That was an awesome match, I'm not gonna lie, but I feel that was entirely my fault that we lost.
Everyone did a really good job. There was a lot of action going on.
There's some serious pressure. Yeah, that third dungeon is what it always comes down to on this map.
Well, it was more of like a stupid mistake because I pretty much had it. I had like 2 hearts. I'm like, oh, I can do this. I got a golden apple. I'll heal like half my hearts back with that golden apple.
That's the same exact thing I did.
I know. I had blocked myself in with clay, and I'm like, oh, I got this. I just gotta wait long enough, and then I just got too anxious, and I'm like, I destroyed the little barrier, and then I'm like, once I realized that I was too low, and I tried to put the barrier back up again, they got to me and killed me. I was like,
yeah, I saw your clay barrier with all of your bits.
Yeah.
So both of you died a couple of times trying to get that, but
yeah, that lava thing was really effective. I didn't think we tried to do that in a few practices, and we thought we had it down with the lava thing. We tried to do it on the other side. It definitely wasn't. You got like the maximum lava spread on that. It just goes everywhere.
Which makes blocks critical because you guys were definitely scrambling for blocks and having to stand there and punch gravel.
Yeah, I was using iron bars later on to try to build the bridge.
Yeah.
If you take a look at our bridge, just like a mixture of iron bars, gravel, bricks, stairs.
What?
That is an interesting bridge.
Crude yet effective.
Brick has high blast resistance.
Our scrimmages tend to end up looking like that. We have like 4 or 5 different materials on the bridge because people keep rebuilding it.
Yeah, at one point the match kind of was 3 people build bridge and rebuild bridge and rebuild bridge.
And 1 go for the wool.
And 1 go for wool, yeah.
Yeah, this cannon is rapidly becoming Whiskey Brigade's signature on this map.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like in order to unseat them as the champion, somebody's going to have to think of an effective counter to this cannon.
For a moment, let's talk about me. Go.
We've already talked
you're a
about
sexy
you.
beast.
Oh, come now.
Perfect dancing eyebrows.
Now his dogs are barking.
The bitches.
Must be all that running.
Interestingly enough, both teams almost simultaneously had first wool.
Yeah.
I did find it interesting at the very beginning. You guys pretty much ignored each other straight out of the starting gate.
Yeah. I was looking at the other guy and just like he's down there getting the wool at the same time, but I had like no bow, and it wouldn't have made any difference. We could have both been shot in lava, so it's just like, first wool's already given.
Yeah, a lot of times, especially on this map, we try to avoid combat like right at the beginning because it just slows us down. Like we've tried to do speed runs with like no combat or anything, and we find that's like the most pure form of getting it so fast. I don't know, but it's.
I think the pigmen were a big problem for you as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Curiously, did you guys damage your own pigmen, or was that a Whiskey Brigade?
We were
think it
shooting
was
at
them.
them.
We were shooting them.
So it was a deliberate aggro.
Oh yeah.
It just gets worse and worse as more spawn and you hit one, and then the rest that just spawned are now angry at you.
And then everybody else that's nearby you gets bit too.
Yeah. Definitely a great game overall. So much fun.
It's interesting that your cannon, I saw you on the first side, and then you moved over the other one. It's not even, It doesn't even need to be a very big monstrosity of a cannon to be very effective, because that distance is not terribly far away.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to build a bridge all the way back. So then I just decided that I would get the other side. And then I just decided that I shoot at the pigment.
Yeah, we saw that once they got hit, it was like, okay, fine. And that was the farthest back they could and not be in the lane. But you still, that cannon would come right to it, take off a few blocks. It was just right there.
Yeah, we've redesigned it several times over.
Yeah, as I was saying before the match, it was able to knock out the wolves, the bridge leading to a platform, the bridge leading to the graveyard. It was just killed everything.
The match is over, guys. You can stop shooting each other in the face. Of course, where's the fun in that?
Right.
Jikosh, on that victory run, as you were coming back up towards the graveyard, how close to death were you at that point? You were shot several times.
I got it down to about 3 repeatedly because of a mixture of fall damage, getting shot with arrows, and just trying to not die.
Yeah, that was a pretty exciting victory run.
There seems to be a lot of easy-to-take fall damage on this map. You don't think about it because you're like, oh, I can just drop a couple. But when you combine that with an arrow, nice
pigment,
pigment tap, you're really weak.
So I was curious, I wonder what would have happened if you dug straight up into water trying to get out from underneath.
I could see the water droplets dripping since I have my particles on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
And Blader, you had to keep coming back from the beginning. I kept saying, sleep in your bed!
I know, by the time I remembered one, I was like, oh, I might as well get a bed from the starting chest. It's like, I remember there being a few beds there at least, and then there's no beds there, and I'm like, and then I found the bed here, and I'm just like, okay, so we can all just use this one.
I know, I literally there's not much time left. Would you please sleep in a bed? Yes, yeah. You slept.
There was a point where I saw Jikosh, I saw the red wool, and I saw that he was taking a bit to get up the cliff, and I'm like, all right, I don't care, whatever you do, just kill Jikosh. Please just kill Jikosh. I don't care. Don't worry about me. I'll just go run for the wall, do it a billion times. I don't care what happens. Just
and
kill
we
Jikosh.
saw that it was 1, 2. I mean, at one point there was, at several points there were 1, 2, 3 team members of Lavanauts just poised at the edges, hunting to shoot anybody they could see over there on Whiskey Brigade.
Yeah.
The interesting part about that is, I'm probably the most practiced member about surviving against multiple people shooting at me, because normally we end up scrimming, and Rixiot, Sugoi, and someone else are just shooting at me, trying to dislodge me, so I'm very used to not trying to die.
Yeah.
All in all, it was a great match, and it's interesting because as you see these champions of the map in particular, you really see some great times. It could easily become a PvP stalemate, but we haven't really seen that. It's been a lot of, just really concentrated pro-run-the-wool matches.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that's going to come from the map itself, too. Some maps have a tendency to have more of a gridlock situation, but a lot of the maps that we've seen in these pools don't really have that design into them.
He wants to know how you...
Heartfelt wants to know how y'all got your blue.
Got it at Sears.
Just
dig.
tunnel.
Watch my video. It'll be clear from that.
There you go.
Yeah, we did the same thing. We thought you guys were doing something different because we got a little bit before you did, but it wasn't that. I think
Whiskey Brigade were in and out of the blue pretty quickly, actually. I mean, at
really?
moment there was no progress, and the next moment they had it.
Yeah.
All right.
Did you use a diamond shovel to tunnel through?
I have no idea. That's hard.
The iron shovels from the chest down below.
It's a pretty fast route.
I know Uka uses
one iron shovel makes it right there, and it just runs out of durability.
Wow. I know
Did you guys
Uka
use trapdoors at all for the first wall, or how'd you guys emerge? I know you guys dug down to the first wall, but did you guys emerge out of there using blocks, or?
Looks like they used trapdoors.
Yeah.
Trapdoors? Ooh.
I love how you guys are just casually chatting with each other the whole time we're still shooting. Shooting, dying, redoing. Why not?
If it's okay,
I ran out of arrows.
if it's okay with you guys, I'd like to just pull the live streamers and Gorm back into the live stream channel, and we've got some news about the changes to Champions of the Map.
Alright, that's cool.
Sounds good.
Alright, Alan, I'm gonna get off now. See you guys.
Alright.
Hey.
All here.
Hey, I thought, Gorm, I would let you explain it because I will get it wrong if I try.
Okay. I will not be able to explain it very clearly just because of the language issue. But I can try.
Well, I can explain it, and you can correct when I get it wrong. Is that all right?
That's the best possible option.
Basically, what's happening is we are moving to a system where the queues to challenge the current champions on these championships are going to be sorted by points. So players will be able to fight, teams will be able to fight each other to move up the queue faster than they would have done otherwise. And the matches in which they fight each other are just going to be basically ranked scrims. They can be arranged in a fairly informal way. All they have to have is one referee present. They generally probably won't be live streamed, but they may be recorded. Of course, teams can always record them themselves. And there's a kind of point system that I don't know whether we need to go into huge detail of, but lots of information about it on the subreddit.
Queue
That's
fighting.
perfect. Yeah.
Does that cover it?
That covers all of it. There's a few detailed rules, but it's quite simple. It's 8 points.
And this, of course, is to encourage the the queue that are lined up. So if you are a brand new person who says, "Hey, I want to challenge Whiskey Brigade on Modern Woolfare," and you're number 10, you can fight amongst the other numbers that are waiting to see if you get the shot first.
And
Yeah.
You won't have to wait a year to do the match either.
And if a good team comes in, they can get to the top of the queue pretty quickly, so we'll hopefully get more exciting matches. And more really, really good teams fighting out for the championship, so hopefully it's going to be a really good thing. But as I said, the best thing to do is, if you're interested in taking part in the championship, if you go to cotm.reddit.com, all the rules and all the details of how the tournament works are there. And of course, tomorrow we have 4 maps coming up, which is going to be pretty exciting.
Back to back, too.
I have a little video here with the schedule of those 4 matches on, so I will play that in the background while I tell you what's taking place. We have Peaceful Paradise, first of all, 4 p.m. Eastern, that's 2000 UTC. That's between MC14 and the current champions, the Cobalt Crafters. That's then followed by Spheric Ruins at 4:30 p.m. EDT, or basically whenever that previous match finishes. Same 2 teams initiating a new map. Then we have Divided Together. Brute are challenging Elite 4 for the champions of that map at 8 p.m. EDT. And Uncivil Engineering to finish the night about 8:30 p.m. EDT. Cobalt Crafters are taking on the current champions, the Cubists, on that map. So all of that is taking place tomorrow, and the live streamers will be, I think, Seth Bling, Honey. Are you streaming some of those?
Yep, the first 2.
And myself, I'll be streaming some. I'm really kind of losing track of who's streaming what, but it'll all be on the multi-stream page at cotm.tk, and all the links are there on the subreddit as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a very busy Sunday, but it looks to be a great lineup of maps.
It's going to be very exciting. So, thanks everyone for watching. I'm going to shut down my stream now, and I will speak to everyone tomorrow.
I'm going to shut it down too. I just have to say one thing. Look at all these derps banging on there. They're just entertaining themselves. It must be a beautiful sound as they all flop their trapdoors.
What are they doing?
Oh, they're
Made a
rapidly
little-
flipping trapdoors over here.
Yep. With sponges and lava going all around. How you will entertain yourself when a match is over and the live streamers are no longer paying attention to you.
It's always a good thing when people don't have game mode 1, though.
Yeah.
Things get
then
so much worse.
so much more derpage.
Generally, TNT makes its appearance at that point.
Yeah, or ghasts.
Yes.
I guess we'll have to just do with lava. Thanks so much, Martin and Rayman, for hanging out. It was fantastic to stream with both of you.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
It was fun. It was my first time doing this live commentary thing, so hopefully do more soon.
Well, yeah, very good job, and a good match as well to start off on, because it was very exciting.
Be back tomorrow. See ya.
See you tomorrow, guys.